So this lovely grounding exercise and centering exercise I learnt from Claire Myatt, and essentially we're starting with the feet hip distance apart, which is how most standing yoga poses start. But if you start noticing how you're standing at the bus stop, or when you're washing up, or when you're waiting in line, it can be quite interesting how often feet apart or just a bit all over the place. When we have that solid grounding and our feet hip distance apart, toes facing forward, it might initially feel quite strange if you're used to doing something quite different. So just notice how it feels right now. We're not talking about doing this 24/7, just adding that extra bit of mindfulness into allowing our bodies to support us as much as possible throughout the day. So bringing the awareness to the soles of the feet, maybe pressing into the ground a little, and then gradually bringing the awareness up to the knees. Often when we're tense, we lock the knees. That's a sign of stress and tension, and over time it can cause strain on the body. So dropping the kneecaps, unlocking the knees, bringing the awareness up to the pelvis, the hips, the buttocks, releasing any tension you might be carrying there, even the belly. We live in a world where it's very much hold your belly in, but for grounding, for centering, we want to be strong and we don't want to be making ourselves less. So just notice, you may notice some tension has crept back in at the knees or at the feet. So again, just keep scanning up and down, and then taking that awareness up to the shoulder blades. So dropping the shoulder blades back, noticing any tension in the jaw, noticing the eye line. When we're relaxed, our eyes are soft, we're focused, but it's from a relaxed, gentle. When we're startled or stressed, it's a hardened stare, and just noticing that and releasing any tension. Maybe imagine looking at your baby or a puppy or something that just makes your heart swell. And then imagining yourself elongating through the crown of the head. You might want to imagine a cord lifting you up, lengthening through the spine, and you might want to imagine a cord coming through you, through the centre of you. Some people imagine tea leaves settling in the stomach, or it may be a chain or a cord or something gentle that works for you, whatever image springs to mind, and allowing it to just come to rest in the centre of your body right now. And then widening the hands away from the body, palms facing openly if possible. Again, the heart is very open here. We're grounded, but from an open space. And imagining you've got a line going through the abdomen, so that's helping you centre in that different direction. So it might feel quite strange, you might already feel quite different. Notice how it feels perhaps if you were to walk, if you were to move around. And if you want to stay with me and get a bit stranger, this dragon tail exercise helps us carry this grounding and this centred energy into any interaction. So it may be before a presentation or something quite big, or it might just be an everyday thing. So imagining that you're thinking of all your achievements, all your accomplishments, all the people who love you now, who've ever loved you, who have your back, and this is going to help you bring them, their energy, their love and support into any interaction. So taking the awareness to the top of the spine and imagining a line going down the whole of the spine and stopping at what would be a tail if we were animals. And imagining a dragon's tail growing from the base of your spine, and use your imagination, go with whatever image pops to mind. It may be plastic, it may be bone, it may be plush velvet, it could be anything at all, but that dragon tail is filled with all your achievements, all your qualifications, all your experience, all your loved ones, all that support. And just notice how you feel when you imagine this dragon's tail. Notice how it impacts the way you move. And you might want to keep your eyes closed and move around a little, or you might want to stay still. Just see what feels good for you, and if you want to, play with it.